Right, good morning everybody. Welcome back. What a what a day. What a few hours it's been. The market, again for me, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, and I have been ill all week, which is why there's been no videos from me. But it's 6 o'clock in the morning right now, and I'm still ill. But I couldn't not cover this because all week in the Discord, I've been banging on about how I'm a bit worried about the market, and I feel like we've got a big move coming, and it'll probably all happen in a very short period of time. And it did. It really did, didn't it? The market just tore itself apart. Now, I've placed some tiny little positions in here, um, kind of starting the 10K to $1 million challenge again. I mean, if they work out, surely part of the challenge. But we've got some tiny little trades on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, that kind of thing. But I've been saying for a while now about these accounts here. So let me just give this a refresh. I've not refreshed any of these things. So that's this guy. This guy lost $19 million today. And so we've been looking at these accounts now for a while. These are the ones that we've been tracking on the. When I go through all my videos, you have to bear in mind it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. But when we go through all my videos, we look at all the different accounts and stuff. And I said, look, the market resets when these accounts lose everything. He was up at a $38 million account balance. I said, look, this guy's trading with too much money. It's going to go wrong at some point in time. And boom, he just lost $38 million. And now he's in minus 550. Zero. He's at zero. This guy. This might be one of the short guys because we've been following a few guys that are really long and a few guys that are really short. Yeah, this guy is up $20 million today because they are short pretty much everything and have now taken an ETH long position as well. So that's looking pretty good for that guy. I'm just curious to keep an eye on all of these accounts, to be fair. This guy again, majority short positions up 5.6 million. And this one I think is another long position boy who should probably have zero, I guess. Yeah. Down 15 million for the day. That's mad. That's literally insane. The people, please don't make decisions like this. These are terrible, terrible decisions to make. You will not make money trading in this fashion. 100% you will lose money trading in this fashion. I am just putting out a tweet right now, so people come and join the stream and everything. Let me make sure I did that. Press the buttons, pin the thing, and then also I'll do the same over on Telegram. Here we go. Bosh, and Bosh, and then I'll check in on the chat, everybody. Here we go. Pin, Dunzo, and chat. How are we all getting on anyway? It's been a what a morning. What a morning. It's been a fun one, hasn't it? People getting wrecked. Yeah. You think whatever you're down. These guys that are on the market here trading with this leverage, and we keep an eye on them. And we'd say, oh, these guys will lose all of their money at some point in time. Yeah, it's gone. These guys are gone. We'll actually check in on the big traders over on Hyperliquid because I don't know if anybody saw, but the price of Hyperliquid coin went back to $20 today. In fact, we can just have a quick look through at some of these things because it is kind of mad. I think the recovery here will be probably quite quick, to be fair. It's just a case of can you get an entry that's not over leveraged and manage to hold on to that entry. For me, I've gone along on a bunch of meme coins that are down really, really bad. Can't see it there. Let's bring up Hype on here. Hype, there we go. It's on BLOFIN. If you're not already using BLOFIN, by the way, check out the link in the video description. But look at that, down at $20 on Hyperliquid coin. It's one of many. You can look at most of these things, like even Asta. Asta went down to $1 or 93 cents, and it was at $2 yesterday. Like, these are crazy, crazy drops. But I love to see it because for me, it gives me the confidence that, okay, now some people have got wrecked. It'll bounce up. Then tomorrow morning, when everyone in England's waking up and they're going, oh, maybe I should jump into the market again, then it'll start trashing those guys. Those guys will be back to square one pretty quickly. They'll lose everything pretty quickly. They generally do. So it's now a game. The market has become a bit of a game. And I love the game. What can I say? I love the game. So today is adding to my own crypto PTSD. Yes, Helen, it has been a fun one. I love it. I do it. I absolutely love it though when it's like this. I like a bit of sweating, especially when I'm not in the market because I've been ill and I'm still ill. And after somebody saying in the chat, I lost 10 mil. I didn't lose 10 mil. I cashed out. I've been warning everybody um, in the Discord and everything for the past week. Like, guys, I'm selling. I'm selling. I'm selling. All week I've just been, I'm selling. And I don't know whether people listen or not. I don't know whether people care, but I can tell you that selling so far has been the correct decision because now I've loaded up. I didn't quite sell as much as I wanted to, but I've loaded up quite a decent lump of cash that I can ape into something with now. Do you think Asia will be buy the dip or dump the market? I mean, man, Asia doesn't open until Monday, so I say it. This is what I mean. The market isn't just going to bounce back up and recover here. It will do temporarily. It'll give us some nice little gains on these short-term trades we're taking, and it's pretty unlikely that we'll retake the lows. But there is no Asia session to pump the market today. If the market starts pumping, it's on its own merit, and I'm not massively expecting a big pump. To be fair, I'll probably cash these today. Like these are not long-term trades; they're just me short-term scalping the market. I think ultimately Astra will probably bounce back to maybe 160 before getting another leg down. I think the pump is gonna come down to, I mean, maybe get back up to 0.5 before coming back down again. All of these things will have 20-30% like recovery pumps followed by a continuation of that dump. So because of that, like, I mean, what's it Sol at now? 192.7. I mean, fire some suggestions for me in the chat, by the way, for coins that you want me to look at. But like, Christ, I can tell you though, by the way, the Stonksy called a lot of this stuff. Stonksy's been doing insane, but let's see how we're looking on my charts, to be fair. That's not a bad shout, is it? So we are now at resistance. It's now resistance. It was support. We hold that level at 114. Back off to the races we go. I'm happy because we actually had a moving average retest, and it's the 50 or the 100, but either way. I know we had a moving average retest, and we also came down pretty much to retested this parabolic curve again. Very important. We also technically didn't take out the CME gap. The CME gap still stands. So we still have a CME gap right now at $110,000. I've been bringing that up for a while, saying that I'm a bit worried about this. We actually didn't take it out. The CME gap's down at $110,000. We did not take the CME gap out because the CME market closed before the market could crash down in time. So it's like it's a funny one, isn't it? The market at the moment is a proper funny situation. But do drop a like on the stream as well. I appreciate I've not got the most energy. I've got a sore throat. I'm ill, and yeah, I've not made a video all week. But I figured I should really go live and kind of cover what's going on at the moment. So it wasn't your computer crashed on the picture. Yeah. No, it wasn't. Hopefully it's coming through, actually. Let me just check the quality of the streams coming through, okay? Because I might be able to make some changes to that. I also appreciate I look a bit bold, to be honest, when I'm seeing it playing itself back to me on my screen. I look a bit... Yeah, it's coming through fine. Looks good. Looks good. Now I've got that there, I can actually keep the chat on my phone, which is really good. So, back to it. Yeah. Madness. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's great. It's not good if you lost a lot of money, but I didn't, so we're kind of good. But now it's just frozen. What's going on here? Maybe the Wi-Fi is just not the one here. It should be okay. Maybe it could be... I don't know. I'm trying to troubleshoot this now. seeing it playing itself back. Oh, I know what it was. It wasn't frozen at all. It was my fucking girlfriend and her headphones. I'm getting distracted. I just need to go back and look at chat. Right. Anyway, this is where we are. It's not looking great. Not a lot really to add to this other than don't FOMO into a long position. I know I'm in a long position here, but I'm a professional dip buyer, professional degenerate. I'd love to see it retest that at 3,300 on ETH. That'd be beautiful. Don't think it'll happen for 1 second, but it would be kind of beautiful if that were to happen. I think. What is your expectation? Are you excited for what's coming next? Come on, what is wrong with this stream? For fuck's sake! Please wait a while. You've been disconnected. For fuck's sake! There we go. I think it's back. Are we back? Looks like it's back. It's exactly what I like to happen. Yeah, we're back. You know what's good though? What's good is they actually won't have issues like this because this weekend I'm actually getting it all sorted. So pretty soon we're going to be off the mobile setup finally. I am fed up of working off a laptop. It drives me insane. It's not correct. For doing this job, you cannot do this job with a laptop. You need a whole setup. Anyway, 3892. I also get the feeling that part of the reason that the market, or rather the stream, keeps crapping out is because of charts on a laptop. It just sometimes doesn't stream it that well. Either way, we're back. We're not bullish, but we've not been bullish now for a while. That looks terrible. Stonksy caught the whole drop. Everyone goes, "Oh, why bother buying Stonksy? Because you would have made money." And every time we go through this, I explain, Stonksy makes money. It doesn't make money every single trade. You can see here, it makes money on that trade. It then breaks even. It then loses a small amount of money, even though it was correct initially. And then it loses another small amount of money, and then it makes a huge amount of money. The value in Stonksy is incredible. Just because like calls like that, show me another indicator. They don't exist. Nothing called that. Stonksy did on pretty much every time frame, on every chart. So yeah, it speaks for itself. If I'm going, why do I want Stonksy? If you don't know what I'm saying, because of my accent, by the way, I'm talking about Stonksy. 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 Something that it's an algorithm that we've been developing for 2 years now. And it receives so much of my attention. And ultimately, it's what makes me a lot of money because we just copy what the algorithm does. And as it doesn't have that many people using the algorithm, the strategy works incredibly well because there's only a small proportion of the market using it to trade, which means that it's fine. It's only when a trading strategy actually gets popular that it becomes not viable anymore. And so with this one, because it's not that popular, it's very viable. Right. So, all right, we're back up at 200 viewers. That's good news. We can get more than that, though. Do drop a like on the stream if you haven't already. Today ain't the day. Everything correct. Every time something bad happens, you hear about women. I don't know what you're on about. What an interesting comment. I think the pump trade will be a good one, you know. You see the pump dropped all the way down to basically zero. Let me explain why everything's going bad anyway. The reason why everything like this is going bad, like you see pump bad, everything. You look on any altcoin right now that's here, everything is going bad for altcoins. Like the amount of them are down 40 to 50% in the past 24 hours is insane. That is an absolutely insane amount of coins that are down bad. And so why is this happening? It's because people are losing money on their trades and then they're using the altcoins as collateral. And when they use the altcoin as collateral, that means the altcoin is in a trade and they don't realize. And then if they lose more money from trading and you've got an altcoin as collateral, it then forces the sale of that altcoin. But because nobody's trading spot, if you have a bunch of forced closures on collateralized altcoins, it causes the market to collapse significantly. And yeah, because there's no liquidity on the market, on spot markets. So a small move in the spot market can trigger a giant move in the futures market, which then can trigger an even bigger move in the spot market. I can tell you now, all leverage is wiped out. It's a really good time to do fucking anything. Look at this. That's mad. Let's make money. Right. You see that? Fucking hell. I just noticed this chart. Mantra went down to 3 cents. Mantra went down to 3 cents from being up at 16 cents. That's mad. Right. Funding rate for this is happening in a very short period of time, and we can make money off of that. If it's minus, we want to be, that means short's the popular option. So we want to be taking a long position. So we'll take a spot long on Mantra in 5 minutes time, and I'll show you how you can make 5% interest immediately on the funding rate, because that's really easy. We just need the price not to fluctuate more than 5% throughout the trade. And the fee's not going to be 5%, so we can use a market order as well. Like this, during a period of times like this, you can just make money off funding rates. There's no risk really involved. But this is looking, we might slam down again, you know. It says real traders come out when the markets crash. Yeah, everyone just says that I'm only here for good times. No, I'm here as well. I've just been ill this past week. That's all. I've just been really struggling to get back to work, just because I'm still ill. I'm like, I die here. It's very unpleasant being ill. It's not often that I'm ill as well. And in Singapore, I got some dirty Singaporean infection. Not infection, virus, whatever you want to call it. I can't really speak, to be honest. Christ. My throat hurts so bad. But we can make 5% profit here immediately, so we're sticking around for this. Only 4 minutes to wait on that one. Just can't imagine being this guy today. Imagine this is you. Just imagine. Like, how is that going to make you feel? Down 30 million a week. This guy's like, oh my God. Recent fills. The liquidated longs. Bye. Said it'd end like that. I said that's when we get the turnaround. It happened. We got there eventually. This is gonna slam down again, you know, guys. This is coming in for another slam. This is not what we want. I wanted that to be one and done. We don't want to come back down again. Did you see Atom went to 0? Yeah, I did. How low did he get on here? So Atom got to $1.46 on BLOFIN from being up at $4, but that's mad. Like, just to put this into perspective in terms of like the size of a loss from where it was to where it is, If you had $1 million of it yesterday, you've currently got 700 and something thousand dollars of it, so you're down quite bad. But at the very worst point, if you had $1 million of it, you were down to having about $200,000. So you were down about 80% in a day last night. It was mad. Like, the market will bounce from this. It's just like, when? The bounce isn't going to be immediate. This is going to take some time to recover from. Or it'll do it all overnight. We'll pump back up, probably make a new high by the end of the weekend, and then come crashing down again. But that's what I'm saying. Like, for the moment, for the challenge, for doing this $10,000 to $1 million trading challenge, the volatility is great, but I'm not confident in starting it until we see some nice, solid direction in the market. Do I use Stonksy when executing every trade? Pretty much every trade, yeah. If I'm being it depends if I'm being sensible. If I'm being sensible, then yeah. If I'm just like gambling, then no. It really depends on how much money I'm putting down. If it's a big trade, then yes, I consult with Stonksy. I did my first ever long yesterday. I'm sorry, everybody. Yeah. Welcome to the market, my friend. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you. Right. So let's go back to... Fuck, what was the funding rate that we was going to scalp there? It was on Mantra. OM. Right, so we're going to scalp the Mantra funding rate. We've got 1 minute to do it. Sure, let's do it. Fuck it. Right, so... For scalping this funding rate, what we're going to do, because it doesn't matter about the fee, we're just going to market order it, buy $37,000 of it. Too big. Let's market order $20,000 of it. Will it let us? No, too big. Let me just buy some kind of bloody money of it. Come on. There we go. Right, so it let me buy. No, it didn't let me buy. Fuck off. Let me buy. Let me buy. Come on. There you go. Right. Let me buy. So, there we go. Right, so I've paid a fee there, $7.98. I have bought 40 grand of it. And now, in 31 seconds, we're going to get paid 5% of the value of that trade. So my job is to just not lose more than 5% during this period of time. And all being well... Oh, it's triggering on the other order that I placed. I don't want that to happen. Cancel. There we go. And in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we get paid. Come on. Pay me. Right, maybe it doesn't show up in the realized section, but I will have got paid for that. I'll have a look on my account in a second, figure out how to actually see it. But I would have got paid for that because the funding rate was in my favor. Either way, now it's coming against me. And this is where the funding rate scalping stuff gets a bit more difficult in that. I need to get rid of the trade. But it's fine, I'll wait a second. We'll see how it goes. I only need to close it at entry. Take profit. I'll probably put it there. And then just fingers crossed that triggers, please. Please trigger. And in the meantime, I'm just going to go on my phone and see about that funding rate. See if it triggers or not. I want to actually show you the fact that you can make money from this. It's not good of me showing you that you can't. Futures, that one, nope. Order center, funding history. Oh, that's different. Order history. There we go. Boom. So we got out of that trade there for a tiny profit. But I want to find the Oh, fuck off. I can't believe it did that. It dumped it all on a market order. That cost me like $200. Right. The funding was... I can't find it. Bitcoin's really starting to hammer it down again. This is not looking good. Can we stop? I would quite like for the market to stop doing that now. That's just annoying. My market order triggered that whole candle there. Don't try that. Maybe there's just not enough liquidity on the market for it. I think I ended up losing about $200. Right. This is a fine entry point for a long. Let me show you what's going to go on happening here. So it'll come down maybe a little bit more, bounce up a little bit. It'll come down. It'll make a second low somewhere around 106 today. But this will be UK morning time, 7 a.m., 8 a.m. UK morning time. Like it will do it. For me, I'm looking for a long right now up somewhere to here before another rejection and then another run back to the upside. So far, I've been pretty bob on with it, to be fair. It's just not getting overexcited. Everyone always very prone to getting overexcited in these kind of markets, trying to make decisions that you don't need to. You just don't need to pile into the market. How much money did you lose of yours and that of your copy traders? You must have been gambling with your copy traders. You've liquidated us. Gavin, I don't have copy trading. I don't use copy trading. If you're on about the guy that's on BLOFIN, there is a guy on BLOFIN. If I go on to here, there's a guy called TMG Trading on BLOFIN, but it's not me. And I've asked them so many times. Like you can see me, I don't have anything on copy trading. There's a guy on here on BLOFIN's copy trading that pretends to be me, and BLOFIN won't remove his account, which is really annoying. But the only reason they won't remove his account is because he's been doing well. So as he stopped doing well, and now I'm going to get the blame for that. Wait, yeah, but it's not me. Obviously, look, the logo's completely different. He's blown everyone's account. Idiots. Look at that. Yeah, no, obviously this is not me. This has got nothing to do with me. The guy used to be called, look, man, if you're an idiot and you're thinking this guy's me, yeah? Over 8 years experience trading in crypto, avoiding a high leverage to add security to followers' funds. To follow, you need to sign up at this one TMG group message. This is the thing. So this is different. If you go to @_TMG trading, it's not me. This is not my logo. I don't know who this is. Trading management group. It'd be some fucking Nigerians or some shit. It's not me. But yeah, they got ruined. That's so sad, to be fair, because they've been building that for ages. But yeah, if you should know that's not me by just doing some simple research. And if you got rugged by it, it's your fault. Do your research. Don't care. Stop blaming me for you being a fucking idiot. It's not my problem that you can't read. That's my genuine thoughts on it. Like, don't come at me blaming me for you getting clipped on someone else's copy trading because you don't know how to read the terms or can tell the difference in a fucking logo. Like, come on. I always tell you all the time, I do all of my stuff through Crypto Saving Expert. If you want to access what I'm doing, it's all through Crypto Saving Expert because I want people to use the business that we've spent a lot of money and time building. So yeah, obviously I'm not TMG trading off of BLOFIN. That's just some guy that uses my name. And to be fair, for the past year, has been doing a great job at impersonating me and running people's account upwards. But yeah. But Gavin, it's not me, you fucking dipshit. Someone else. Do you think we will retest most of the WEEX in the altcoins? Most of them went to literally zero. Unlikely. This is the part where like it dips back down again. People get scared. They go, "Oh, I don't know whether I should hold or not," and then it starts running again. And then people are like, "Oh, I wish I'd have bought," and then they jump in a bit late. And like, this is the point where if you've not made money so far today, stop, turn it off, just turn it off. Come back to it next week. There's no point. Telling you from speaking from experience. You'll have a lot happier weekend, a lot happier, better for your mentality if you've lost money in the past 24 hours to just walk away, have a nice weekend, go get yourself a nice meal at a pub, go get a few beers, and go see some friends. But yeah, I would recommend that. Do you think, all right, I lost 5K, but Big Bag is loading up? Yeah, I mean, we all lost today, but like, I'm talking like if you lost. Like if you got fucking destroyed, then have a day off. Simple as that. I'm not having a day off because I'm not a fanny. Back to work, even though I'm ill. I really don't want to be back to work. I think it might be, yeah. I'm gonna go jump in the pool in a second. Can we check the big accounts and see how they did liquidation? I mean, if you're on about the one for BLOFIN, I mean, for me, I keep an eye on these ones on Hyperliquid. If you're on about this guy on BLOFIN, maybe we can see how he lost it. Trade history, not found. Bots, no. Copiers. Well, I love to see it. I just love to see stuff like this because these people, they should know better, especially if you think it's me. Um, like, Christ. But this is why we don't do copy trading. Only copy trading thing that we have as a business is Stonksy has the ability to copy trade Stonksy on a simple Bitcoin strategy, which is actually performing very well. I wonder how because there's some important caveats, which is why I don't often bring this up because it's quite difficult to point out. But Stonksy, Stonksy bought low, so we want probably this one. So the low frequency Stonksy bought, but we want it since not all because it's not been. It changed strategy halfway through. So if we look at the past 30 days, it's running at a 7-day. Well, it's made $1,000 in the past 30 days. Is a simple answer to that. Couple big wins, couple big losses, and that's on the low frequency bot. On the high frequency bot, how is it doing? Again, we don't want the all-time data, we just want the last 30 days. Oh, that's not doing amazing. It's down 1% in the past 30 days. But that doesn't trigger in the same, this is not using the same, because we're changing this at the moment, constantly going through changes, because the way that it picks up a signal, it does it wrong sometimes. That obviously is significantly underperforming what it's been doing on other charts, like this one here. So why can't we just implement this? And the answer is we can, and we are doing. But we're trying it on different exchanges because BLOFIN's order receiving system for bots, I don't like it. Kills of the week. It's not Nigerians. You're just saying that because you want to get out. But do you even want to get out, man? Get your fucking visa sorted, and then you can come out here with me. I just had closed a few longs that had gone down about 20% when the downward spiral started. I got back in when it started its journey back up. Right place, right time. I mean, I'm very happy to hear that. Ultimately, one man's loss is another man's gain. And in order to make money off this market, you've got to be in the market and you've got to have the balls when no one else has the balls. Unfortunately for me, I woke up at about $108,000. So I didn't get to experience all of the run up. I just got to experience kind of the latter stages of it. And it kind of looks like now we're going to put people like me a little bit under pressure again. Maybe make us question some of these decisions. So you think this isn't a time to size in, time to sit in? 100%. This is, and I keep telling everybody that it's not, look, think of it from my business, myself, my own perspective. Am I incentivized right now to tell you that you should go and buy the dip? Well, yeah, because if I was to tell you that and you was to go out and lump everything in, market's going to start recovering faster, prices are going to go up faster, but it'll only create more of a ticking time bomb. I believe that was the time bomb. I believe that was the big drop that we've been waiting for. But that's not to say that it can't happen again. It can and it will, and Bitcoin will do like 90K, maybe 80K. That could have just been the big leverage flush that you have before another big run to the upside. And that's one of the reasons, like, the futures market needed a flush. So now that's happened. I am very bullish on it. So it comes down to same as normal. Buy spot. Keep buying spot. Don't need futures. I trade with futures, but you don't need to trade on futures. If you do want to trade on futures, check out link for BLOFIN. You'll find a link for it in the video description, and it's a great exchange. And if you use that link, then you get a very big fee discount, and it makes it cheaper than using any other exchange. Like, I'm telling you, genuinely, seriously, if you use that link, not only do you get this bollocks on the screen, but you get a big fee discount, which makes it way cheaper to trade on. And it means that you can open and close trades without burning through loads of fees. Howdy from Australia, Sebastian. Yeah, it's nice to see you. I mean, I'm not that far away from you, to be fair. I'm in Thailand, so. Didn't you open a long ETH position? No, I've not opened anything all week. I've been ill. I'm only in short. I mean, I'm in longs right now. I opened these. I also had a long position on Ethereum, but then I bottled it. But then it was right, so I'm not updated the Discord yet. I bottled it because I opened it like here or something, and then it fluctuated around. And I was like, I probably a bit over leveraged, so I just pulled it out and instead went with Pump, Sol, and Asta. So we'll see how it goes. So you think this isn't a time there? I tried to open a Bitcoin long 103K on BLOFIN, but the network was too busy. Well, John, you should have pressed it twice. Pressed it a few times. It had got through eventually. Easier said than done. Altcoin season trigger. I mean, no, this is not a trigger for altcoin season. It's actually really bad in terms of like for crypto wealth in crypto. Like what's happening is the institutions are slowly sucking all of the money out of the normal people's pockets because the normal people get pushed further and deeper into gambling addiction as they continually don't make more money. And if you want to make money in this market, stop gambling. Join the Crypto Saving Expert Discord community and actually start making money and learning and growing. If you'd want to join the $10,000 to $1 million trading challenge, you can do. Join that. I'll drop a link for it in the chat. You join it through joining Crypto Saving Expert, but there is a link for that in the video description. I'll drop a link for this. If you use the code, I think it's 50 off, but it is in the video description as well. Whatever the discount code is in the video description, I think it's 50 off. It might be 40 off. You go into the monthly plan here, and it makes it £50 a month. Yeah, it's 50 off. That's what it is. It's 50 off. It makes it £50 a month. Then you can join the 10K to $1 million challenge. And then if you did blitz all of your money this past week, sure, we're going to run it back up again. So fingers crossed it all goes well, and fingers crossed we all make nice money on that. It's been really successful every time we've done it. It just takes a while. It takes like 3 months to get the final result of where did you finish. I think that I would be hesitant to say that this is China manipulating crypto. I don't think it is. I think it's more like just typical over-leveraged, over-aggressive, bad trading. That's what it feels like to me. We are properly motoring down again now, you know, guys. It's just like, it's looking bad. This might continue. It might not be over. But again, Stonksy proving its value. Look at that. Look at these amazing trades it's taking. This is on the 1 minute right now. Like 2% in just a few minutes on Bitcoin. It's pretty huge. Yeah, this is mad. This is not looking great though. This is Bitcoin with Stonksy running on it. This looks bad. By ETH. Also looks bad, but looks messy. Looks bad. That's all. Looks bad. It all looks pretty bad. In-depth assessment from me. It's not done, is it? It's kind of crazy, really. Look at size on that wick. All just reset itself so quickly. It'll be fine. So Solana's now at 187.3. It made a low of 177, so it's $10 above its low. So there's still space for it to go down. Definitely still space. Look at the aggression in this drop. That's when I look at stuff like this, I'm like, it's more candle behavior than anything. Like when you're seeing aggressive drop off like that, that's pretty scary. Especially if you're me and you're in this Farcoin trade. Oh dear. This is not looking great. I should have closed that. What about how we're looking here? Not amazing. Really not amazing. I don't mind that much, but we're not sitting in significant losses. If it starts looking rough, I'll take it, but I don't think we can really get liquidated on any of these things, to be fair. I don't think there's enough money down. Probably if we on ETH, if we get back to like 3,700 again, I'll jump into another long. Cross my fingers and hope for the best. I won't do it off these levels here. I feel like these levels is a little bit too early. A little bit too early. Let me just check back on the chat here. 271 people watching. If you wouldn't mind, do drop a like on it. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you. Leverage is appearing again on liquidation maps. When are you starting with this challenge? I might be interested. Well, whenever the first trade is that I fire off for the challenge, like if you want to join it, I recommend to join it from the start rather than joining it midway through. If there's a significant amount of people that want to join it, I'll delay the start of the challenge, but get it sorted today. If you want to join the $10,000 $1,000,000 trading challenge, you don't need $10,000. You need $1,000 because your challenge becomes $1,000 to $100,000 trading challenge. And all that you do is you just remove a zero off every trade that I take. And that way, it's very easy for you to calculate in terms of what to actually do. So if you start with $1,000, I start with $10,000. You could also start with 10, but I wouldn't recommend starting with more than 10. And yeah, we're going to try and turn 10K into $1 million again. Last time we turned it into $240,000 and it took 7 weeks. So fingers crossed we can do it again. We'll see. It's no guarantee, but like, we've never really failed one of these challenges. We never really like just busted right coming out of the gates. It's always been semi-successful. And how many times have I completed it? 3 times. I've completed the 10,000 to a million 3 times out of attempting it about 20 times. And we've got to always, like I'd say that 8 out of 10, you get to $100,000. It's only 2 out of 10 where you don't really make it away from the start. We generally do pretty well at it because I'm very cautious at the start. You got to be very cautious when you're doing these kind of crazy trading challenges. You've got to just be sensible at the start of the challenges because that's the time when it's easiest to just get carried away and mess it up. And when you've got so many people copying you, you need to be very careful. Unless you're an idiot that copies the guy that pretends to be me on BLOFIN. What's the crack here then? $27 minutes behind, but hope that BITGET phone case is real and not one you've got of a stall in Thailand, given a man of your wealth. It is actually real, yeah. It's from Dubai Mall, is this phone case. And when I bought it, I was like, oh, I'll have that. It's camouflage phone case. Goes into the shop. Oh, I'll have that one. And then he scans it up on the till. It's like £110. I was like, Christ. I didn't realize that. I mean, that's also it's Dubai and it's just robbery. But yes, of course, the phone case is real. I can actually, if we want to get into the debate of whether or not my phone case is real, not that it really matters, but I'm pretty sure it says, yeah. So I don't think on a fake one you'd have that there, but I don't know. It's ultimately a phone case. It doesn't really matter if it is real or not. I'm gonna I'm gonna buy a new phone today. Made a crappy 4K with the drop. Very good. You should be tried. Tired or tried? Must be a CME gap, or as you YouTubers say, will it fill the gap? Well, we've not filled the gap yet, which makes me think that before the end of the weekend we probably will. But we'll probably bounce. I mean, if I'm favouring any position here, definitely long position. Definitely long position. Pool. Right. Join the Crypto Saving Expert Discord. There is a link for it in the chat, and there is one in the video description. $112,300. Semi-decent bounce back, but like not amazing. I am sweating the most out of all of them right now. Fartcoin. Can you believe? Did anyone actually watch? No one's talked about this yet. But like, did you see how bad Fartcoin went? Just look at this. Fartcoin is currently 35 cents. Fartcoin went down to 9 cents. Fartcoin this morning was at 60 cents. Fartcoin in one day, or not even in one day, in like fucking 12 minutes. It wasn't even that long. Let's actually measure the distance of time. So Fartcoin lost 90% of its value in half an hour. 90% of its value in half an hour. That's mental. I unfortunately didn't manage to catch it all the way down here because that would have also been mental. But yeah, we do our best. I'm not sure on these trades, you know. What do I do? We're sticking it out. We're gonna be brave boys here. I mean, I'm gonna be a brave boy. I'm gonna stick it out. Be fine. If it dips a bit more, we buy a bit more. But I can't say I'm upset by this. I'm really not. I actually think it's good. This is nice. I've wanted one of these for ages, so I'm just glad that we've got one finally. The proper leverage wipeout. Not none of this crap pansy bollocks. Well, we've gone down $3. No, this is a proper meltdown. Pretty mad, really. Mad meltdown. Let's have a check back over on the chat. 19 billion in liquidation in 24 hours. How do we recover from that? I mean, we don't. Not for a while. Yeah. I think the guy in the chat that said, for fuck's sake, pool. Are you talking about me going in my pool? Because in Thailand, everyone has a pool. Because it's Thailand and pools cost nothing. They're just here. At my house, I've got a giant swimming pool. It's huge. I just really look forward to getting that. That's gonna be nice. I have 2 houses here now. I need to blow my nose again. If you're wondering where I've been, by the way, I've been ill. That's why I've not made any videos this past week. I got back from Singapore and I've just been ill non-stop. Fucking hell. Look at this. Bananas. Who likes bananas? I like bananas. Have you ever seen bananas like this before? They come on a thing, and this whole thing was 60p for like 20 baby bananas. 60p. Amazing value. It was 30 baht or 35 baht. Nothing. I love it out here. Don't matter how much money you lose, you're still rich. You could lose everything and still be rich out here. You got security in that. It's why I'm very confident more people keep moving to Asia. I think that Asia is the place to be honest, in terms of if you want to live the crypto life. I don't know why you'd want to do that. It's a bit stressful sometimes. Having said that, I've not found this drop stressful at all. It's kind of nice. It's good, really. I enjoyed watching everybody lose everything. Should we have a look through some more charts anyway? See what else did really bad. I'm curious with these ones that are pumping. Did they suffer at all? Don't know what this one is. It doesn't seem like it suffered. What about that one? That suffered and bounced back. That is suffering currently. That's all of the shop craziness. That's all of the shop craziness. But this is what you don't need to touch any of this shit. Like being jealous of some random coin that you've never heard of moving around 60% is just like nothing. Like it could easily just be this one. I think. When I go on an exchange, I sort by volume, because then you can actually see what people are trading. And you know that basically anything outside of these boxes here, these top boxes, don't bother. Do you see that Sui went now to like fucking 50 cents? Sui went to 50 cents. That's mad. You understand how low 50 cents is? That's crazy. If only I was a bit smarter and I had more stink bids in. I had some stink bids in. I've not checked if my stink bid's triggered yet, but Doge went down to 8 cents. Oh. Some people are going to wishing they could get these prices again. The bull market's not over. That's the thing. This is all caused by Trump opening his fat mouth. And then people start getting annoyed about him again. But really, it is his job. He's just doing his job. And it's not market manipulation. It's an over-leveraged, obvious wipeout, which I've been warning everyone of for so long. now it's happened. Everyone's like, oh my God, why did that happen? Well, I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with the fact that all you ever trade is futures. You don't trade spot anymore. And because you don't trade spot, soon as is a forced liquidation because it allows people to collateralize assets um, for futures because you can use futures for you can put altcoins in your account, use them as your collateral, but then if the value of your collateral drops, it forces the liquidation of your futures position. The liquidation of your futures position forces selling on the market, of which there is no spot buys, and because there's no spot buys, there's no volume to sell into, and that causes the price to go down a lot. Mike Chatterton is not cocaine nose. I'm quite ill nose. I've never done cocaine in my life. It's one of the things that it's not something that I fancy. There are drugs that are good. Weed's good. Weed's a great drug, but it's way better for you than alcohol. I would always I'd say to everybody, don't drink alcohol, smoke weed. That's a better idea. But no, never touch any kind of powdered substance because you don't know what it is. Like it's way too much of a risk. Imagine just like putting powdered substances inside you. There's nothing to stop it being fentanyl, and if it's fentanyl, then you're cooked. It's just not worth the risk. Um, yeah, 60p is all you're gonna have left. No, I'll have more than 60p. Is this the early sign of a bear market? No. No, typically it's probably more of a bullish sign than it is a bearish sign to see a big leverage wipeout like this. Again, remember the market psychology of an event like this, but think of it over the span of a 2-week time frame. So, because there is a recovery somewhere in there. In order to understand what's just happened, you've got to understand how, or rather, in order to understand really what's just happened. What has just happened? Everyone lost a lot of money just now. Everybody, including me, everybody. Everybody's down. My portfolio is down about 20%, which is fine because, to be fair, I've cashed out a bunch of it in the past few days, so I'm fine with that. Doesn't really matter. But the market's down, and now you've got a choice. You either buy the dip, which you probably don't do immediately. That's why I say normally it bounces, comes back down, and then it peters off. It'll spend a week going sideways next week, a week of nothing. You won't be able to make money from trading this next week. There'll be nothing. If it stays flat. But being that we've done it going into a weekend, there's probably not a lot going to happen. It'll finish with some kind of big capitulation move, and then it'll continue going upwards. Fuck me, my throat hurts now. And I'm so dizzy. Did I lose? Did you lose or not? Not really. I I don't have any trades open to lose. I just had some small positions open, but nothing really crazy. Um, yeah, I'm not trading this market with a lot of money. It's too risky. There's way too many fluctuations in this market for trading it with a lot of money. Can pump recover? Yeah, of course it can do, but not back up to its highs immediately. What I would say is, Sebastian, this goes to everyone thinking of coming to Thailand. Come sooner rather than later. If you're going in December, January, like everyone that comes in December and January to Thailand says, "Oh, it's terrible. It's so busy. It's overcrowded. It's this. It's that." That's because that's when the tourists come. If you come in summer, like if you come in July, August, September, there's nobody here. It's amazing. Everything's quiet. You can scoot around, no traffic on the roads. But I'm starting to notice it already. Little Moscow's popping up here, and there's a lot of people starting to arrive, which is great for the town. It's great for the businesses, but it does make it a bit busier. But I don't mind busy. A little bit busy is fine. A little bit busy is nice. Bought a bag of side pen on the Insta dip. That's good for you. Can't believe there's 283 people watching me, like, being ill. It's pretty mad. I don't not love this, you know. I think it kind of looks okay. How long have we been on for? An hour now. Been on for an hour. It's pretty cool. If I'm you, I'm buying here. I'm buying. Like, I think that this is a pretty decent spot for taking a decent long position. I wouldn't be that nervous about it. I think if you're on 5x leverage, you're fine. Jump in, crack on. You'll be all right. I don't think it'll go that badly. Also, do check out the link for BLOFIN. You'll find it in the video description if you're looking for a place to trade. But if you're in the UK, USA, or Europe, maybe you should try out WEEX. Again, you'll find a link for WEEX in the video description. And WEEX is now giving everybody also very cheap fees to compete with BLOFIN. So check out WEEX. WEEX, you don't need any KYC or anything to use WEEX. And you might have seen other people mentioning WEEX. Their fees on their links are more expensive than the fees on that one because I'm a better negotiator. Simple as that. If you trade on any of the links in the video description for any of the exchanges that I promote in the video descriptions, all of them have got, I mean, what's WEEX's fee? WEEX is like 60% fee discount because I told them off because the fee's quite high because they're non-KYC. And I said to him, well, if you want to generate volume, you have to drop the fee. So make it cheaper for people that sign up on my link. And they did do. So, yeah, if you want cheap fees, go on WEEX. Also, BLOFIN. That aside, we are getting a nice little tickle of a bounce here. I'd love to see it tickle up a little bit more. There we go. It's 10% swing on the old BYBIT account there. Not that you can see that because it's on a different thing. I want to see this go up. This is what I look at, like in terms of attractiveness. That there, say you buy $100,000 of it now, just to there, to the level that it was at 25 minutes ago, is a 44% move. Can Fartcoin deliver me a 44% move? I believe it can. So I'm optimistic, but maybe it can't. I do know that it's always in a market like this, it's a matter of can you stay solvent. Like this thing reached its all-time low, pretty much, since the very beginning. It went down to a $90 million market cap. It's Fartcoin. It's been up at like $7. Something else that we could look at, to be fair, is if I go on Twitter to just look at everyone's reaction here, because it's quite funny. I've seen some funny ones.
It happened. The biggest crypto liquidation event in history. Billions of dollars lost. I'm seeing absolute blood on the timeline. People are mentioning how much they lost and got liquidated on. It is devastation out there. And personally, I don't think it's over. If you've been paying attention to my content over the past week, you would have known, as I forecasted, Trump was going to enter a trade war yet again with China, and you should have been properly positioned and you would have made money like me. I'm just kidding. That didn't happen. I'm down hundreds of thousands of dollars today. But it feels very similar to how prior bear markets have been. I see a lot of people calling for lower lows. If I'm being perfectly honest, I actually do believe that we retest a lot of the wicks that we've seen. And let me just say, some of these wicks are insane.
This is interesting from the perspective of me, because I've watched this guy say a lot of things on the internet, and I think pretty much every single one of them's been wrong. So the fact that he thinks it's going to go lower kind of makes me think he's not.
ApeCoin, random altcoin, was down over 90%. It went down to 10 cents. It was as high as $1 earlier this year. Pengu and Fart Coin and meme coins and various altcoins, they're all getting absolutely wrecked. We experienced quite a bounce off the bottom, but it does not feel very bullish at the moment. And I don't know what the catalyst is. I mean, honestly, we do know what the catalyst will be. It would be if Trump immediately turns around on China. Also, some people on Hyperliquid I saw made an absolute fortune by shorting it in advance. Everyone's saying, well, these are Trump's buddies. It has to be, right? Like, they knew that was going to go down, and then they ended up making billions of dollars. Another thing I saw was all the liquidations increased the Hyperliquid treasury as a result, from all the funding. If you were funding these shorts or funding these longs and they got liquidated, you basically maxed out your gains. I guess.
This is mostly bollocks. What he's saying is it's mostly just not true. But continue. This is standard crypto influencer shit.
Congrats to those that were providing capital in this space. It feels like dark times on the timeline right now. One quick thing that I want to mention is I've continued earning Bitcoin through this entire thing on my Gemini card. I'll post a link down below. If you're feeling devastated, if you're depressed, NFT trading, all the sorts of alternative, said how he lost $150,000 on a trade when he stepped away from the computer because he just got liquidated. That insane WEEX. I haven't seen anything like this ever. Maybe the COVID crash is the closest thing to this. But the reality is most of the times those lows get retested. And so it feels like we're not going to see a lot of bullish price action outside of the more imminent bounce. It's not great out there. Again, shout out to Gemini for supporting us. I'll include the link.
Interesting enough. Andrew Tate. He's an idiot. He's just an idiot. He doesn't understand. No.
This is no coincidence. It happened today. You're seeing wallets that deposited Hyperliquid today for the very first time have made like $190 million, $200 million. First time depositing today and then shorting Bitcoin before Donald Trump went and announced 100% tariffs on China, which caused this huge black swan flash crash. That's only the stuff that they've done on the decentralized exchanges. Imagine how much money they were probably shorting on the big exchanges to go ahead and cash this move in. You can't.
I don't know what he's on about. Let's check back in. It's bouncing back a little bit there. It's not doing that bad, is it? It's starting to pick up a little bit. Somebody's saying in the chat here, it's not even that bad. I remember 30k Bitcoin 2021. Yeah, no, it was way worse then. It's when you've got no volume that things are pretty bad. I've been minting fart coins for the past few hours. Okay. Zcash so strong, fully retraced the dump. Yeah, I mean, privacy coins do tend to hold up a lot better during times like this because ultimately somebody needs to sell drugs, and there's a lot of customers when the market does stuff like this. Customer base increases. Anyway, let's get back to Twitter. Just see what's going on. To be honest, it's always good to see what the crack is. PHEMEX with BitBoy. Ben's back, by the way. Ben's been posting a lot more. He's back to
this channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the BitBoy Morning Show. Today we're going to be talking about what are we going to see next for Bitcoin? Are we going to see it go down further, or are we going to see it go back?
I feel like he needs to rediscover the passion. Feel like there's a loss of passion.
Bitcoin spot ETFs recorded a total of $2.72 billion.
He kind of sounds like I do at the moment, but it's not. I'm very passionate. I'm very ill. It's ill season. Everyone got ill in Singapore, and now they're all dumping their coins because they're ill. Ivan, Bitcoin drops big to 116,000 and 125,000. I clearly warned about the elevated risk and flagged reversal. The money line never fails. Well, I think we all caught it, to be fair. It was a pretty obvious drop.
I have no idea what that was. Scary stuff. Chainlink dropped below $10 there. It's on its way back up right now as I'm making this towards $13. What the heck was that? That wasn't the bear market, guys. That was some massive sales coming in. This is going to be very interesting over the weekend. I was planning on relaxing this weekend, kind of tuned out of trading for a little bit. Looks like I'm going to be paying attention to what's going on. We're about to have some big news come out in the next couple hours, next couple days. Somebody messed up somewhere. Is that the end of the bull market? I'm not certain about that. That's what's crazy. Call me crazy. I don't think the bull market's over. I think something crazy just happened. We're going to let you know what it is. I'll keep you posted.
I mean, I'll give my perspective on this, which is I believe that I've already explained it. It's the collateralization of all assets from exchanges that allow you. So this all happened probably because BYBIT recently changed the terms of what they allow you to collateralize. And this is one of the reasons why I've been a little bit wary, because BYBIT changed the terms on like how, say that before you needed $100,000 and you could, with $100,000 you could loan 80 grand against it, leave 20 grand in equity there, and it was fine. And they changed it to saying, well, you can only borrow 20 grand against 100 grand. And that meant that people was then really finely leveraged on the trades that they had, because if before you'd taken $100,000 of, say, for example, I'll use say as the example because I did it myself. Take $100,000 of say, I then borrow 80 grand against the say. I have to pay back that 80 grand. So the other week they changed the rule saying that I could only borrow 20 grand of say. So I had to pay back 60 grand of the money that I'd borrowed against the say. Because of that, I was still then leveraged, but there's no volume on spot. And I'm leveraged at, I'm borrowing 20 grand against 100 grand. So there's 80 grand in equity and there's 20 grand in debt. The problem being that as soon as you drop below that 20 grand, it sells 20 grand of say to cover off the debt. But if everyone has to sell all at the same time, and if there's leverage positions involved in all of this stuff, it really doesn't take much of a genius to work out there just isn't enough spot volume on the market to absorb all the selling pressure all at the same time. And all that happened there is probably some big Wall Street fund that's collateralized all of their assets just went bust. That's a business going bust, is that? For me, this is pretty catastrophic, but it depends on for which business as to how it affects the market. Could be an exchange. If it's an exchange, we're a bit fucked. But we'll see, I suppose. But yeah, the market's not looking so amazing. I think that Fartcoin is the play here. I've got to say. I really do. This is going to loop back around. The money's got to be up to 50 cents. Fartcoin from 36 cents to 50 cents. Come on, let's go. It can do it. Have some faith. Just have a check back on the chat here. This feels like the end of the altcoin bear market. I mean, it kind of is. And this is just a bit shit, to be honest. I'm so ready for bed. I gotta put a ridiculous time to stream this. So what happens when you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Bear in mind, like, for you guys in Europe that sat here watching me, while I've been streaming this, the sun came up. If I just show you, let me just bring up OBS on my computer so I can see. Yeah, and I go like this. The sun came up while I was here. You can see the sun came up. So, you know, it's morning here. I think this is a recovery pump though coming through now, you know. It's looking kind of decent, like kind of strong and pumpy and nice. It's looking good. You reckon the bull market's over, do you, Mike? It's not. We've not really had one. It's been a weird one, hasn't it? Only the Bitcoin people got rich. Everyone else just was here. How did Tesla finish up? Tesla dropped 5% yesterday. Not bad. What gold? Gold did a good day. Gold had a proper pump towards the back end of the day. Should be trading gold. Look at that. Wow. S&P, Christ. Erasing gains. Where's that back to? September. Alright, so S&P erased a whole month of gains. Come on. Let's do that and then a big one. I want a big black swan like last time. Give us another Trump special. Like normally when the tariff stuff starts, it continues for a while. And then we'll get this lovely rally up afterwards. So it's just understanding the patterns and how they're going to play out and when you should be deploying into them. If you can understand what's going to happen, then it'll all be fine. It'll work out. All-time high everywhere. Price needed to come down from stock market and the other places. Like Trump says, it was the... I mean, it's a misunderstanding. It was literally just a leverage build-up. And all that's happened is that you've had all of this upside, a tiny little bit of downside, but because it's crypto and everyone is like knee deep in leverage, it just happens this way, doesn't it? Because there's not, people don't want to trade spot anymore. People don't want to hold for the full 100x experience, do they? No one wants to make 100x anymore. Everyone wants to make 10% on 10x leverage 10 times or 100 times. Oh. This is wild. That is, the SWISSBORG coin price is wild. I can't believe that dropped that, man. But again, I've been calling to just take some profits recently. I've done all of my calls recently have just been sell, take profit, sell, take profit. Don't be risking anything. No need to take the risk. Sell, take profit. And then all I get in the comment section of, oh, you're a douchebag. Why are you telling people to sell? I say, well, because when I don't tell people to sell, they complain that I don't tell them to sell. And then I do tell them to sell, and they get upset at you for telling them to sell. And like, you can't win. But recently, I've been pretty consistent in that, we're building up to something big here. I don't know when it's going to happen. It just so happens that I've been ill all week, but my bias has stayed the same. I believe it's a good time to buy spot. Still believe it's a good time to buy spot, but I would not take a long position. And that's what it's been like for the past week. As it is right now, I am actually in long positions. I am starting to dabble with it a little bit because I think it can work out quite well. Come to the Philippines, the bananas are even cheaper. And I don't need to go to the Philippines for cheap bananas. I can afford normal price bananas. I like to do some of my shopping at the market stalls at the side of the road. At least don't same wheel get parabolic blow off top. Instead, sideways and stepping up new cycle. Yeah, maybe. F Trump says Dave C. Insightful comments today. Well, yeah, guys. this is just progressing as it's progressing. I will probably just, I don't know, should we continue it or not? It's been not a bad stream, to be fair. Not a bad stream at all. Drop a like on it. I'll keep it going. Why not? I will have to stop at some point because I'm losing the ability to talk again. But I'm ill. You're not noticed. My name's Jordan and I'm ill. So can you press the subscribe button? I'd appreciate that and drop a like. We're waiting for it to just pick back up some steam again. I'm going to give it like 5 minutes. Probably put myself on mute and wait for it to pick up a little bit. In fact, I'm going to go cook some breakfast. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cook some breakfast. So you can watch me cook breakfast. Let's do a cook breakfast with me. What have I got? Yeah, fuck it. Let me just clear a space on the worktop and I'll cook breakfast with everybody. Right. We're getting there now. So, how many crypto YouTubers do you cook breakfast with? Yeah. Is that gonna reach? Should do. Should be alright. Fuck. Well, it's still on. And that's all working. Very good. Yes, it's breakfast with me. Wintermute went bust apparently. Wintermute can't go bust. Wintermute's far too big to go bust. It's probably not possible for Wintermute to go bust. So, how's that looking? Mediocre. Not the best. Could definitely be doing better. Give us your best, Ainsley. I'm going to make bacon and beans. I don't have any bread. So I'm just going to make bacon and beans for breakfast. Could just make cereal. It'll be a bit healthier, but I'm not. I'm going to make bacon and beans. I obviously don't love the look of this. I should have just ended the stream, to be honest, but I don't love the look of this. How much can I afford the squeeze? I can kind of afford the squeeze. It's going to squeeze to 109. That's what I think. I think this squeezes to 109. Right. I'm so dead. Apple. Yes, yes, yes. This is all coming together. Perfect. So, that was BLOFIN saying you're liquidated. No, it wasn't. He can't get liquidated. I don't have enough leverage to be liquidated, I don't really think. Only one that I can really get clipped by is that one. The pump trade. I don't love this setup. I've got to say, I really don't love this setup. I think that it looks bad in many ways. I don't love that. I don't love the quantity of red candles all one after another. Really feel like that's not good news. What happened, Andy? Many things happened, but it's mainly over too much collateralized assets. Forced liquidations through collateralized assets. Changing in the way that debt can be taken out against assets and the changing of the values of that debt and then the ballooning value of the debt. So the problem that you've got with, if you take $100,000 of any coin and you take a $10,000 loan against that coin, the thing is, it then takes all of that money, and if that value of that money drops by 30%, well, now you owe 40 grand on a 10 grand loan. That's why it happened the way it happened, because recently, this past 2 weeks, everyone's been shaking up the way that assets get valued on these exchanges. And that's one of the reasons, or the main reason why the market's declined in the way it's declined. We've got Heinz cheesy beans this morning. Show you my Heinz cheesy beans. There you go. Heinz cheesy beans. Got these in Thailand. Beans with me. Me with beans. Right, let's pop these open. I don't know if you ever tried the Heinz cheesy beans, but I recommend Heinz cheesy beans. I'm a big fan. Right, pull out a plate. I'll plate. Cookie bastard. Is that gonna do? Oh, cookie in a wok. Use that. Right. On. There we go. I would really like a nice recovery, please, in the price of Bitcoin. It looks so wank, doesn't it? It's not looking good. Right. Bit of water in there. Bit of water. Swill it around in the bean can. Get all of that juicy beany goodness. I don't care about AI 3. Why would AI and altcoins shouldn't exist in the same room. It makes no sense. Oh yeah, I have an altcoin. What is it? Oh, it's an AI altcoin. What does it do? I don't know. It's AI or some shit. Like AI and crypto generally is just a bad idea. It's just buzzwords and scams. Let's go with that one. Right, beans are now cooking. The beans are on, everybody. The beans have been are being cooked. Now I've got bacon. Right, let's throw the bacon into the wok, as we're using a wok today to cook bacon, I guess. Right. Bacon's in, beans in. It's called BLOFIN. No, it's called BLOFIN. It's definitely called BLOFIN. I spent all week with them. I'm coming to Thailand for a beer with you. Well, I hope not now. I'm a bit preoccupied. I'm cooking breakfast. It's a bit early in the morning. I also don't really go out to bars or anything like that. But if you want to bring a beer to me, bring me a beer. I'll go meet you at a 7-Eleven. I'll go have a beer with you at a 7-Eleven. I'm not really a bar person. Especially the bars in Thailand. They can be quite lively, can't they? There we go. Cheesy beans. Look at that. How many YouTubers have cooked cheesy beans on a stream before? Not many. I can guarantee you, not many. It's going to be an interesting breakfast as well as this. What I'm going to do is cheesy beans on a wrap with bacon. Because that's all I've got. This is looking terrible. Can it please just stop and just start going up? Because I would like these positions that I'm in to start printing. They were printing. They have stopped printing. Is it going to end in tears? Maybe. I went to my local cafe the other day and I just asked her, can I buy like 20 slices of bacon off you, please? And they were like, do you not want anything with it? I was like, no, just give me the bacon. And I got bacon. I like bacon, what can I say? I'm a big bacon fan. Big pork man myself. Big porker. They say you are what you eat. Well, I'll become a pig if I'm not already. Big pork fan. That's a chat saying. This is far more exciting than crypto. I mean, we've still got crypto on the screen here. Hire a personal chef. Labor is cheap in Thailand. I don't want to. I enjoy cooking. I don't need a personal chef. Like everyone is always insistent on getting other people to do shit for them. This is one of the things that I actually enjoy doing. And if I wasn't doing crypto YouTube, I'll be doing chefing YouTube. And I've just bought a lovely house in Thailand, and it's got a really lovely kitchen in it. And I'm gonna make YouTube videos, and you'll be able to see my kitchen, and it'll look sick. So I'm gonna make some cooking videos while I'm out here. All right then. Black Friday came early. Yeah, it kind of did. I'll bring UK Bob's beans too. I don't want UK Bob's beans. I have Heinz beans, not UK Bob's beans. One of the things that they don't do in Thailand very well when you go to restaurants and stuff like that is I don't know what beans they use in their baked beans, but their baked beans in this country are a bit weird. I'm not a huge fan of Thai baked beans. Also need to get going on the apple. Cooking streams. This is not going to be a regular thing on the channel. I'm curious to see. Oh, the views have come back. Nice, 280 people watching me cook breakfast. Where are plates? They're in here. Bacon grease going everywhere now. This just gets worse and worse, doesn't it? This does not look good. Right, that bacon's definitely done. Beans are also technically done. But I did just pour bacon grease all over the floor. And I'm gonna need this to soak up some of the bacon grease. Oh, you know what I've got? Oh, I've got perfect solution here. I've got perfect solution. I actually don't need to use wraps because I bought these. Crypto's really that bad? I mean, crypto's not going that bad. Crypto's going quite well, to be honest. Apart from today. But if you take today out of it, on the whole, things are going pretty well. There we go. Right, now we've got that. Do this. And when is this gonna stop? It keeps getting worse, guys. $11.5. This is crazy fluctuations. I'm longing this. I'm longing this now. I think it's fine. I wouldn't be that hesitant, to be fair, about throwing in at this stage. It's like bounce is coming. Bear in mind that since I said that just a second ago, it's already gone up 300 and whatever dollars. Like, clearly, this will just keep going. I wouldn't be too shy about jumping in at these stages. I really don't feel you have to wait a significant amount of time for a decent profit on this. Some point this weekend, we're going to be back up at 114 again. So, like, if Bitcoin's going to start going back up to 114, then Sol will be back up at 200. ETH will be back up at $4,000. Like, it's not that much of a big move in the other direction to just undo all of the damage from today. Right, and we've got pink lady apples. For those of you who are wondering which kind of apple I bought pink lady apples. Oh God. Partcoin is dropping. Christ. Don't love that. Really don't love that. No. Oh dearie me. Fuck. Buy it. Come on, buy the dip. This is buy the dip. Have some confidence. It's turning around now. Very good. Right, plates. Where do they put those? They're up here. Very good. So, take that back in there. Start serving. So what I'm calling this is, if we go back to, probably go full screen here. There you go. Not that you can really see. I'll just kind of get it plated up, kind of. So what we're cooking here. So as you can see, I've got 2 slices of bread there. I'm going to go back to full screen so you can actually watch the sodding chart go down. Right, beans. Time to put some beans on. There we go. Beans on one, beans on another. Beans on another. Beans on another. Christ, it's not stopping. Stop. Right. And the final result is ta-da! Bosh. Oh, fucking hell. Beans, bacon, bread. Breakfast. There you go. Alright, let me just go and deliver this. The bounce is coming in. That's good. Come on, can we have some more of that bounce, please? I would appreciate that. Injective went down to 273. No way. That's mad. I'll love to see it. Such a shame that I was sleeping, but sucks to sleep through these things. But equally, I would have only, if I was awake, I would have only wrecked it myself. Because I was asleep, I was actually able to not do any damage, which is always a good thing in my situation. Good stuff, news. Coffee. I bought some mugs the other day. I can't find them. Someone's saying that better be thick cut about the bread. It's Thailand. You don't get a choice whether it's thick cut, thin cut, medium cut. I just bought like Warburton's bread buns. All right. Have I got? Yeah, Andy. I've already explained it like 10 times. What happened is everyone is too over leveraged. People are not realizing their leverage though because they're using assets as collateral. When you use an asset as collateral, you're taking debt against an asset. If the value of the asset declines and the value of the debt stays the same, that asset is now under more leverage. If that happens, and then an exchange like BYBIT did this past week, changes all those values, it puts everyone under a lot more stress. If those positions that they're in don't go well, they go really badly. So now we're at the really badly stage of it. Like everyone's just being forced to sell altcoins on spot markets. No one trades altcoins on spot markets anymore. So because they're all being forced sold on spot markets, there's no liquidity. No one's buying it because no one has any money because everyone is too focused on gambling. So that's why the market's declining. It's because people like us. Right then. Time for coffee time. Bit of milk. This one is 0% fat milk. So it's going to be shite. And as we only have that much milk, there's not much milk going in these coffees. There we go. Right, let me go deliver this. She's not even touched it. Ungrateful bitch. And I know she'll hear that because she's listening through her headphones. I'm gonna make trouble now. Now I'm getting told to go away. Deliver her breakfast. Give her a coffee. Get told to go away. But that's how you feel as well. But you can just log out. You're lucky that you didn't have massive trades up during the flash crash. No, I'm just sensible. I'm not lucky. It was pretty obvious that we were building up to something big. Of course, you never know how big the big is going to be. I didn't expect it was going to be anywhere near that big, but I didn't expect a fluctuation. And because I expected it, I pulled out ages ago. I've been out of the market for 2 or 3 weeks now. I'm not being in. Like, if you watch my videos the past few weeks, all I say, don't trade this. Don't trade this. This is a bad idea. Don't trade it. And now it happens. And we was right. Don't trade it. It's a good idea now to trade it. Why did I leave Dubai? Because I prefer access to pork, pretty much. I like bacon. Can't really get bacon in Dubai. And I really like bacon. Tax-wise, safety-wise, it's great, but it's a bit boring. And you can't get bacon. And when you can get bacon, you have to pay white man price for it, and I don't like that. I don't like paying the £17 a pack for bacon, which is literally what it costs. It's not an exaggeration to say that you go to Waitrose in Dubai Mall and you buy a pack of bacon, it might be £17. No matter how much money I make. And I'm always going to think that's stupid. And I do. One of the best things about being rich is you can go to a restaurant and you can order anything you want. Great, but that doesn't mean you go into a supermarket and you buy anything you want. If bacon is £17 a pack, I'm not wasting loads of money on bacon. Having said that, I did. But I like bacon. Should we actually be bearish? Won't it keep forcing us down? No, because the majority of the positions are liquidated at this stage. You can't just have giant crash after giant crash. That's not how it works. It's not possible because you have to wait for that leverage to rebuild before you can have another big one. Like, I would say, fact is, Bitcoin's still above $110,000. We just had the biggest leverage wipeout in history. And Bitcoin is still above $110,000. This is very bullish. This is definitely the most bullish I've seen Bitcoin in ages. But when I say bullish, the chart doesn't look bullish. Because when you see bullish, oh my God, I need to buy. Whereas when I see bullish, I get scared. I go, I don't want to do that. I would much rather be bullish when no one else is bullish, like now. I'd much rather buy now because I know that I'm going to make money compared to buying in a week's time when everyone is, oh my God, the price is pumping. That's why am I up at 6 o'clock in the morning in Thailand making videos about crypto despite being ill and have not made a video all week because I've been ill. I'm doing it because I know that this is the right time. With 100% certainty, there's no doubt in my mind that it's not the right time. 100% now is the time to deploy. Yes, she is. She's always plays with bacon and a shit coffee. If your partner takes more than some bacon and some coffee to be satisfied, she's too high maintenance at the end of the day. I've been with my girlfriend for 14 years, so I like to think I know her quite well at this point. I know that I know that I'll be in trouble as well for, yeah. Put some parmesan on it. No. I'm in Thailand. I have nothing here. I've literally moved into this house the other day. I have nothing. I'm scraping to have breakfast. There we go. Can we get some kind of pumpage going on? The answer seems to be no, but maybe it means yes. Not a lot's cracking, is it? One second. Right. Review on the beans was they were delicious. Thank you. So there you go. Easily pleased with beans. It does help that I've got like 20 million quid in a bank account, but like beans are good. I actually don't have any. I've got a few million quid in a bank account. I don't really have that much money in bank, so I had a lot more in banks. Been diddled and scammed over the years. This looks rough. This looks like it's going to do another dive. Please don't do another dive. It's going to do it, innit? But I don't really want it to do it. What do you think will happen to stocks when they open on Monday? Free fall. Stock will dump by 2% on Monday, and it will take crypto down too. Yeah, at the start of the week maybe, but then because everyone is expecting down, it's probably going to go up. Binance is scammer. Have we reached that stage of the cycle? I'm loving this a lot less. Why is Sol got to be back down there? I know. Come on. One thing about this new house that I've moved into is it makes me very sweaty in here for some reason. I don't know why. It just gets really warm. But like humid warm. This is gonna bounce soon. Probably shit the bed one more time just to scare you out and then bounce. Imagine if that wasn't the bottom though. Can you talk about crypto instead of food? No. I can talk about the fact that now I've had some beans, I need a poo. And now I'm drinking a coffee as well, so it's literally, we're on borrowed time here. I'm going to be a bit careful. We've got an explosion brewing. This looks fucking horrendous. This looks so bad. We're going to get some nice price action finally. That's it. Long your longs. Throw it in. We're coming back up. 130k tomorrow. Come on. Push. You know, I wonder sometimes. There's this guy in the chat, Mr. That Pulse Player, who's now commented twice saying, "Please stop eating food at the microphone. Disgusting. Shut up with the food." It has been a long time now since I've eaten anything, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. So clearly the guy's behind on the stream. But I do always wonder, why do you think you can tell me that I can't eat? I will eat. Stock market in the US are closed on Monday. Is it? Oh wow. Didn't know that. Guys, I'm gonna have to go to the toilet, so yeah, I'll see you in like 20 minutes. Fucking hell, I was sick in my mouth then. That's beans and coffee for you. Right, toilet time. See you in a see you in a bit. We still see no progress here. Just nothing. Really looking quite crap. Let's have a look at Solana. You've got to buy the dip. You can't not buy this dip. It's probably going to come down and lick everybody out of every trade that they're in, but 180 is cheap. It'd be my suggestion that you don't follow anything that I say because it's not financial advice. But I think we're definitely in buy the dip territory. This is going to loop back around soon. I think one of the most surprising drop-offs that we've seen has been Asta. Just bring up Asta here. Here you go. Look at that. Asta, 184 down to 90 cents. Everyone got wrecked on this. I'd be surprised if these are, you know, like these YouTubers out there that have like all these trades open. The thing is, they run it all on such high margin. I'd be surprised if a lot of like rich YouTubers today aren't down tens of millions. I feel like the market was pretty ripe for a bit of a big blow up. This was a huge blow up. It was crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go sit on the sofa over there, go bring the laptop over to the sofa, and we'll sit on the sofa and look through some of the charts for a little bit longer. We'll look through like 20 or 30 different things, see how the markets are getting on, and hopefully catch a nice bounce. As it is, we've got some pretty decent trades open. There are pretty new trades. While I was on the toilet then, I just added another 30 grand into this Solana long position here. And again, nothing serious in terms of sizing. We don't want to get destroyed on these trades if it does start going south. So we're not playing with big money here. I don't recommend anyone would do, but for playing with fun money, sure, crack on. You're not going to have a big blow up, I think, at this stage of the big blow up's already been. So let me figure out how to do this in terms of dragging all of this equipment over to the sofa. Probably gonna pick that up and this with the same hand, phone in the pocket, grab the laptop. Whee! Fuck. There we go. Then keep dragging this and hope that it all stays connected while I go and sit on the sofa. And then when I'm on the sofa, there we go, on the sofa, then I can sit like this. Perfect. Amazing. What a great streaming setup this is. Perfect. Right. Let's get this a bit more even. Very nice. So, let's have a look. First things first, I want to see how many people we still have here. How many people are in this stream now? 188. Okay, we're coming back up. Very good. I made 40k on a toilet trade when Matic crashed 70%. Yes, yeah. Toilet trades are pretty good trades, to be fair. You do you do pretty well on the toilet. I do well on the toilet. I'm saying that I probably lost. For me, it's when I get on a scooter. As soon as I jump on the scooter in Thailand, the market seems to just shit the bed. It's done it so many times. Do I use toilet paper or water to clean? I just use my hands, Pratik. Yeah, I feel like it's the best method. Why use toilet paper when you can be environmentally friendly and just wipe with your hands and then wash your hands? What kind of stupid question? Of course, I'm a white man. Of course, I use toilet paper. It's white people use toilet paper and Arabs use a fucking bum gun. But the bum gun, I think, is a bit like homo. You know, like you're firing a jet of water up your ass. It's a bit like sus. You know, it's not really a straight male activity, isn't using a bum gun. It's not one that I'm a fan of. I'm not used to things like a jet stream of water going up my Jap side is not something that really appeals. So yeah, I don't use a bum gun. I do have the Japanese toilets in my house, but I don't use them. I like the Japanese toilets because they have the heated seats, and I quite like a heated seat on a toilet. So like, if there's any luxury that I could ever recommend, it's this weekend. If you're feeling sad, things didn't go the way you wanted to on the market, go out and buy yourself a couple £100 toilet seat, a Japanese toilet seat that's got a heated toilet seat. Honestly, best thing you can do. For me, I have the proper all-in-one toilet things. They're not even that expensive, to be fair. I think a normal fancy toilet costs about £3,000, and the Japanese ones start at about 1.5. Mine were £6,000 each, and I've got 4 of them. So yeah, I spent £24,000 on Japanese toilets. What do rich people do with their money? There you go. You learn something new every day. I bought 4 Japanese toilets. Yeah, not a fan of the bum gun though. The bum gun is a dangerous weapon. Especially when you go to Dubai Mall and there's just fucking water all over the shop because some fella's been in there before spraying his bum gun all over. Like, he's just minging. That's one of the worst things about Dubai toilets. Like, Dubai toilets are generally very clean, unless you've been in there right after someone's been attacking themselves with a bum gun, and then it's minging. Are you bearish or bullish for the rest of October? That is a very wild question. I'm predominantly bullish. I love the fact that we've had this leverage wipeout. I've got to say, it makes me quite pleased. It elongates the bull run. It gives us so much more space. We'll retest the below of this range at some point here, down at 142 on Solana. If we go over to Bitcoin, what is it, Asta's lower the range where it was 120. It's back up at 128 now. Like, the fluctuations on these things is so big right now. You can literally just print money by just being sensible and not taking any drastically crazy trades. But if you were to take a drastically crazy position, 100x long position at some point pretty soon is going to pay off, because market will rebound 10%. Before the UK wakes up, the market will rebound 10%. Sol will be back up at 195. I'm pretty confident. Maybe about 205. It'll rebound pretty aggressively, and then it'll get rejected again. But you can see here on the VRVP, top of the range, bottom of the range. We didn't break through the bottom of the range. The middle of the range is sitting at 205. It'll probably come back to 205. That part's inevitable. If you look at the liquidation heat maps, this is what it looked like last time we checked on it. And I said, look down there, you know, that's a big range. If we take it out, there'll be trouble. Boom, we took it out. Just destroyed everything. Now we're building up these levels back up here at 125. Like, that's turning into a magnet again. There's a lot of magnets that's building up on the price right now. That's Bitcoin. What about Ethereum? How many big Ethereum magnets are we thinking? Yeah, look at that, up at 4,500. Like this, it'll probably recover a lot faster than what everyone's expecting it to recover as well. I just think that buy now, like, it's sensible. I'm not an idiot. These positions that I'm in here, they won't make a lot of money, but they will make money. I'm pretty confident that this works out. I'm pretty confident it's a good idea. Yeah, if you've got any altcoin suggestions as well that you want me to check out, or anything that was particularly brutal, there's so many of them that were really brutal. Let's see on the volume side of it. So I want to get that one up. Look at that. That recovered fully. ZEC. What about ADA 64? Fuck me, man. ADA down at 27 cents. Christ. I mean, this is looking like I should have had a bunch of spot orders on, if I'm honest. But it makes me think that was a nice reset. And oh my God, AVAX down at $8. This is what happens when everyone has got all of their assets on collateral. I'm lucky that I got rid of all of mine last week, because I got a message off them saying that I was over collateralized or whatever it was. Chainlink 17 dropped down to $7.90. I'm new, subscribe because of your poop. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's often enough that I'll do stuff like this on a stream and the chat will go, oh, why are you doing that for? Because I need the toilet, man. Leave me alone. Tron only went down to 29 cents. Tron actually held up so much better than pretty much everything else. Tells you that all the activity on Tron is not built on leverage, which is good news. Pump went down to basically 0, which tells me that there's still a lot of leverage on Pump. That as far as wicks go, that's got to be one of the worst, because like if we measure the size of that wick from there to where it went to, which is here, 82%. An 82% wick. That's mad. Crazy times. But you've got to go long now. If you're jumping in, now's the time to jump in. Back up to 205 and sell. $20, 10% pump. 10% on this for me. 13 grand profit. In and out in the span of a few hours. It'll pay off. And we'll be singing. It'll be amazing. So that's the plan here for me. I think pump will get back up to 0.005. Currently it's at 0.004. 25% pump on pump. Asta back up to 147, 149, something like that. We will get this recovery pump at some point soon. It's starting to, you can see it's starting to work its way through. Can you talk more on Stonksy and which indicators you use, as there's multiple indicators for Stonksy? Yeah, so for Stonksy, I can talk about this. So even like with Asta, so this is Asta. Let's look at Asta on the 5-minute chart. I like Stonksy on the 5-minute chart. We'll bring up Stonksy version 8 here. See that Stonksy on the 5-minute chart was shorting it, shorted Asta from $2 down to $1.68, then placed another short position at 166, closed that at 160 for another small, like 6% profit. Then it makes a break-even trade, and then a losing trade because the market shits the bed while it's still got this trade open, and it opens it at 167, closing it at 137, losing money. But if we go here on the 30-minute chart, you can see that it's actually been shorting the whole thing. So again, when it comes to altcoins, like, you've got to understand, you want to pick a time frame that's volatile for each one that triggers and actually pulls off some pretty decent trades. So it depends. For Asta, I'd say, look, the 30-minute is looking like the most accurate possible time frame for Stonksy. The way that Stonksy works is Stonksy, when it opens a period of red on a screen, that's telling you to bet the price will go down. When it opens a period of green, it's saying bet the price is going to go up. If I go onto Stonksy here, onto the 1 minute, you can see that currently it took a short position, now it's back in a long position again. If you look at Fartcoin, it's not been taking many trades on Fartcoin, and I imagine it's been predominantly short on Fartcoin. Yes, it called the whole drop-off on Fartcoin. But this is where the value is. Like, you can imagine if you hadn't been caught up on all this stuff because you'd have been following Stonksy, that's why it's worth way more than what you pay for it. If you want to get a copy of Stonksy, go to stonksy.io is the website. Stonksy, STONKSY, Stonksy. That's the name of the indicator here that we use. And go get yourself it. There's a bot 20% off on the thing. There's also, I think, an even bigger discount code in the video description if you use that to get Stonksy. But I think most of you guys use Stonksy anyway. Do you know what was the reason behind such a massive crash? Over leverage, too much leverage buildup. Collateralized assets is the main reason. Nobody trading spot. When all the orders come in to sell, there's no one to buy. It's because there's no one to buy. It means the price goes low, really low, until somebody's willing to buy, because no one trades spot markets anymore. Everyone just trades derivatives. It's not the China tariffs that caused it. China tariffs are just a catalyst that expedited it. The true reason is because of over leverage. Everyone is out there saying that it's Trump's fault. It's actually not Trump's fault that the market is so deeply over leveraged. That's the fault of people like CZ telling retail that they should be gambling on Asta instead of like being sensible and buying coins for the long term. XRP went down to 70 cents on Binance. That's crazy. I mean, the market's for sure suffering today. Hey. Pretty mad out there. see what that stack's doing now. Okay. SWISSBORG's recovering quite well, to be fair. We're back up at a pretty decent account balance. I sold a little bit of SWISSBORG the other day just to take a little bit of profit off the table in case we dropped. So now I can probably fire back in again, to be fair. I pulled out about £40,000. Yikes. It's going to come good soon. This is looking better and better. This is BTC1. This full reset back up to 60 cents. Come on. That'd be so nice. I'd make like $150,000 if that happened. All the way back up to there. I can't see it happening, but if it did, it'd be amazing. Oh, wow. We're pumping. We're pumping, guys. It's coming. It's happening. Finally. We've got some nice price action going on. Let's get this back up on the chart. We're pumping, guys. We're pumping. Hey. There you go. Stonksy's in a new long position. Are you going to take this long position on the 1 minute? I would. I really think that now is the time. Now you've got to deploy. You can't not be deploying now. Like, the dip's over, guys. I say that it'll dip again in the morning, but like, I really believe that it's a pretty good time to be a bull again. You're gonna get such good value for money on everything. Like, and the risk of buying here is so low. Honestly, you won't regret, I don't think, jumping in. I would say that it's a sensible idea. I actually don't think it's a crazy thing to do at all, to jump in at these levels. I think that it's a sensible thing to do. Yeah, it's not going to come back down to here. That's just not logical. The thing is, everyone's scared that it comes back down again, but you got to ask yourself, why would it come back down again? The only reason it went so low in the first place was because of the over leveraged and the collateralized. Like, why didn't ETH and Bitcoin drop as much? Because they've got more liquidity on there. Why did Solana drop? Not that badly, to be fair. A lot more liquidity. But then you see the same shit. The thing is, you can make most of these altcoins as collateral. So when the crash is happening, you've got coins like this one here that dropped from $4.50 whatever down to 90 cents. Now this coin here, only a few days ago, was about $17. Look at that. This is like the Chinese version of Hyperliquid. Everyone's like, oh my God, it's going to come to the moon, whatever. $20 down to $2 in, what's that, like 2 weeks? We'll go from most recent to where we are now. 9 days, down 83.3%. Oh, you're going to love crypto. It's so safe. What a safe area for everybody to safely invest in. What a unique and amazing invention this is. Really, really net positive on the world, isn't it? So what I don't understand about Wall Street, like fornicating about crypto, it's never made that much sense to me, because they're not wrong for the past few years when Wall Street have predominantly called the industry vapor. It's 100% true. But then when Wall Street get involved and they start making vapor, suddenly it's no longer vapor, but crypto remains mostly vapor. Somebody mentioned about Glimmer in the chat. Unfortunately, Glimmer is vapor technology because it's built on Polkadot, and Polkadot's vapor because no one uses it. So there's a big issue. That breakfast def put a tiger in your tank. Yeah. XRP went down to 70 cents on Binance yet. Play the SWISSBORG song. No. I'll buy Stonksy if I win the giveaway. Nothing to trade with at the moment. I'm only spot at the moment. Well, hopefully you win. Speaking of that, actually, yeah, we've got $10,000 to give away, don't we? One of the videos actually did the thing. It hit the likes that we asked for. So drop a like on this stream and leave a comment in the stream chat if you want to be in with a chance of winning 10k. When I'm not ill, I'll do the proper draw. But it basically comes off people. I just do a draw of everyone that comments on my YouTube videos and stuff like that, and then I'll just pick one random subscriber. You've got to be subscribed if you want to win it, but it's 0 entry fee. Somebody's going to win 10 grand. So if you want to win 10 grand, just drop a like and subscribe and leave comments on my videos and that. And then when I do the draw, which is going to be pretty soon because I'm ill, still ill. If the oscillator inductor is different, is the oscillator inductor different to the one you're using on Stonksy? Yeah, so the oscillator tool for Stonksy is not, you can't, it's not a free tool. So you're asking about this on the website. So Stonksy oscillator is different than the monthly plan. If you want what I'm using on the screen with the color change, if we go to color change here, I mean, to be fair, it's already loaded up. Let's go to the hourly. So you can see the color change. That is the monthly plan. If you want just the oscillator, this is the oscillator. The oscillator is telling you when to sell, pretty much. Tells you a lot of the same information, but this one gives you clear entry and exit. So you can see there, you would have probably at this crossover here on the oscillator gone long on this coin, and it would have been correct, and then you would have sold when it crossed back below. But these two work separately, they don't work together. So this one is placing the trades, and the one that places the trades is very, very accurate. Oscillator's great for giving you general market direction, but if you want, basically, you get both oscillator and color change if you go with the monthly plan and use the code that is in the video description. Can't remember what it is, but if you use the code in the video description, then you get more discount. Or you can use the code on the website and get 20% off. You see the bot 20 code up there. Do we bottle it? Do we bottle it? No, we don't bottle it. We keep going. We keep going. We cross our fingers and we hope for the best. So you drop down to 0. A lot of the same questions coming in. There's not a lot we can do, to be honest, now, other than just wait. Let's see if there's anything worth taking a trade on it. I'm glad that Gemini stock has dropped back down as well. I'm very pleased about that. I'm gonna buy loads of Gemini. It's just I've not got around to it yet. But again, just look at the accuracy. It's insane. The accuracy of this thing. Even like your S&P. What's it doing there? Lose money, lose money. Okay, maybe 5 minutes on the S&P. Too fair. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Look at that. Lovely one, that. But yeah. I'd recommend you don't actually apply it to a chart like this one. You want the whole chart, not the one with gaps in it. Where's Apple stock down from? Look at that as well. Stonksy cashing out there. What a trade. Yeah, I'm in the bull camp here. I feel like my ass is going to explode again. Beans, coffee. Not a good combination for breakfast. Oh, no. Could have picked something better to eat on a stream. Is loss oscillator inductor different to the... I don't. Yeah, I think I already answered that question. Prefer if anything that's free on TradingView is not Stonksy. If you want to get Stonksy, you have to go to Stonksy.io's website and buy Stonksy. And then when the guys are up, because it won't come immediately, because bear in mind the guys that are in charge of Stonksy are currently on European time. So when they get up, they have to manually put it on your thing. So they have to manually send you the details through. So it'll come through at some point tomorrow. You probably get it by like 12 midday UK time. If you order it now, you'll get Stonksy by 12 UK midday. 10k Thai baht. It's a bit different, isn't it? Honestly, guys, my butthole is gonna fucking explode in a second. I'm trembling. I need to fart, but I don't trust it. And I have to back out. I have to go to the toilet. I can't hold this one in, I don't think. Don't need to be quite so graphic, I'm sure, but at the same time, why lie? My ass is about to explode. It feels juicy. So I'm gonna have to go sit on a toilet again. Beans and coffee, what can I say? There you go. But look at that. There is nothing better. There's no better than Stonksy. Stonksy is number one. Best indicator on earth. Nothing else is plotting out charts like this. So, get it. I am going to be back in a second. I'm going to leave the price of... Should I put the Bitcoin price or the trades on the screen while I go to the toilet again? Let's put the trades on the screen, I think. I'll put it on the screen like that. Yeah, I'll be back in a second. Right, I'm back. Hey, very good. And so is the market. Look at that. I just made 5 grand going for a shit. Not a bad shit. Although it was a small one. This wasn't a small shit though, was it? This was quite a big shit. Look at that though. It's not bad, is it? Pretty decent toilet time, that. Very successful. Everyone in the chat just turned the volume up to listen for farts and splash. Yeah, no, I'm in a different room. There's no way to hear anything. Yeah. Let's see. I want to... This guy pulled his profit. Did he pull his profit? Please, for fuck's sake, you idiots that trade on Hyperliquid, please sell. Take your profits, guys. Come on. This guy's so confused. Like, why are you shorting Hyperliquid at $35? You shouldn't be doing that. This guy's like got a properly confused. Why are you in a $6,000 pump trade? This one's the most impressive one. Look at this. Minus 30 million this week. Guy lost everything. Everything all gone. All gone. So bad. It's look at this. Imagine this was you and you woke up to this. So the guy was out there panicking, closing his own positions. He was closing to try and not get liquidated, and then he ends up getting liquidated on these ones. But this has been coming for ages. Look at this, all these forced closures. Absolutely destroyed. Pages and pages and pages of... Oh, not pages and pages and pages of losses. If we go back and we actually look at the losses that they sustained here. Like, also the XPL trade, I pointed that one out. Like, what the crap is going on with XPL? What even is XPL? Let's have a look. I don't even know what XPL is. So I've seen a bunch of people trading it. XPL. Why is everyone trading this piece of crap? I actually have no idea, but... Christ. Oh, now it gets fun. Now we've had a discount on everything. It makes me happy again. We can go back to earning more crypto. You make more money in this market when prices are lower. I always prefer when prices are lower. So I'm pretty happy about all of this, to be fair. Sucks to lose money, doesn't it? But in the long run, we all make more the longer it stays lower. Can someone explain how PAX gold on MXC from 4K to 3K is supposed to be tethered to be gold? How is that possible? You might be buying... It's just because markets can't keep up. PAX G. I can... Let's add it to here. So what's the price? So PAX gold 3.9. Current price of gold. I mean, they're very similar. Current price of gold is 4,016, with PAX gold price being 3,600 and 3,900 and whatever. Like, it's pretty close. I don't think you can complain so much about the peg being off. The peg's still working there. Although Stonksy is now short. Come on. All the way back up. Make a new all-time high today. That would be so funny. If you're just talking about MXC PAX gold. Oh, MXC PAX gold. Reason why that decline in price is lack of liquidity, forced selling. It's always forced selling. When people are forced into selling, then they don't get the best price for their asset. That's why you try never to get yourself forced into selling anything. I'm so tired. I could just nap here. And I will keep stressing to you, Stonksy is the best. If you're any good at trading, you'd use Stonksy. Because you can see it works. It was correct about this. It was correct about this. Next time it fires in a green, we'll be firing in a green as well. I mean, we're already firing in a green here because we're catching a knife. That's why I say, like, I don't trade 100% what Stonksy says, because Stonksy won't, in a market like this where it's so volatile at the bottom, it won't catch a bottom. I can catch a bottom, though. It's looking a lot better than what it was. Go on. Bit more. Asta, come on. 146 on Asta. 146. I have a really nice Bitcoin short as well from 122. So I'm quite happy about that. The Bitcoin short's done well. Everyone thought I was crazy. I wasn't crazy. Yeah, we're up $6,000 on these trades now. It's not bad going to say that we were up at 0 a minute ago. All the way back up. Come on. I'm freezing underneath this thing, by the way. Let's go back onto the chat. Any more things? It wicked 1K NMXC. I understand what you're saying about MXC. It comes down to liquidity. If everyone is forced to sell and it's a collateralized asset, so you can use the asset as collateral in your account and everyone is forced to sell, but there isn't the quantity of buys and the collateral is decreased in value, then everyone is getting a worse price. It's not because the value of gold has dropped, it's just because it's lost its peg, but it'll regain its peg. If you ever see pegged assets that drop below pegs, I do tend to buy them. If I see them below a peg, I'll buy them because it'll always repeg. Like in my life, I've had several good opportunities to buy Tether. I've bought dollars for 80 pence. Best price I ever got on Tether, I think, was 60 cents. So I bought Tether for 40% less than it costs to buy a dollar. It's just like free money if you can get it. Unless it doesn't work out, and then in that case, you've burnt everything. I'm going to turn this fan off. I'm freezing. Wait. Should we wait for a pullback? I'd say if you're in Europe, you're going to be up all night tonight. So either commit to a direction, which is probably upwards. There'll be probably a better point. I reckon it'll start making its recovery, probably get back up towards 200 on Sol, and then it'll probably make another stab at 160 later in the weekend at some point. I don't think we'll 100% hold this. It's more of like a decent opportunity for a small scalp trade. Oh, fuck, I'm tired. Yeah, it's a decent opportunity for a small scalp trade at the moment on Solana. And if the logic is on Solana, it applies to pretty much everything. There's a small scalp trade worth about 5% available on most coins right now. Just buy, it's wait for 30 minutes, an hour, sell. If it's not paid off within 30 minutes, an hour, sell. Like, otherwise you're just going to end up holding it lower unless you go very low leverage right now, very low sort of small position size, and then you just go, okay, I'm probably not going to get the best entry if I enter it right now, but if I enter it 2 or 3 more times, I'll get an average of a pretty decent entry, and then it's something that you can hold for the rest of the weekend. Because odds are, Solana will finish the weekend above $200. Like, I'd be surprised if it didn't. And the same would go for Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin will probably finish the weekend somewhere around 115, 116. There's a fair bit of good coinage on the market at the moment that'll finish the weekend higher. It's just, it'll fluctuate. The crazy thing is, the news was not something that wasn't expected. Of course, we expect Trump to start continuing his argument with China on tariffs. Of course, we expect that. Like, it's Trump. The move is so much bigger than the news. This move here, based off of what new, this is just over leverage dumping, which is why I'm pretty confident that buying here is a good idea, because if people weren't forced to sell down here, they wouldn't have been selling down here. And this is only forced selling. This is over leverage. And that's what the market's becoming. The market's becoming very over leveraged. I've not been keeping up with CWeb, no. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw Sui under 50 cents. I just went to take a toilet. Life was good, and then boom, yeah. How did you know to get in here? It's just having some conviction and some balls. You've got to press buy at some point, don't you? You just got to wait for it to look like it's a good idea. For the 10,000 to $1 million challenge, how do you sign up to join you? Right, if you want to join the $10,000 to $1 million trading challenge, because we're doing it again, so you may as well be in from the ground floor. You go to Crypto Saving Expert's website, cryptosavingexpert.com/CSE+. I'll bang a link for it in the chat here. So you go to that link, I've just posted it in the chat, and then you click on it, and then you sign up, and you make an account, and you go down, and you're looking for this tier here. So you're looking at upgrade your plan, monthly plan, so make sure you're on the monthly plan. You're going on the Community Plus plan and using code 50OFF for 50% off, making it £50 a month. And if you're doing a $10,000 to $1 million, if you're going to start with $1,000, you're going to $100,000. If you start with $100, you're going to $10,000. And I reckon it takes about 3 months. So the last the challenge that we did took 7 weeks. In 7 weeks, we got up to $240,000 after 7 weeks. And then we ended up cashing about 120 in the end, because we had a really bad final day to the challenge. But still, to be up from 10k to 120k, it's pretty good going. Now, I'm very optimistic about the way that the next challenge is going to start out, just because like we're going to be in a pretty decent range. So if you want to join the trading challenge, click the link, sign up, use your discount code. More information on all of that stuff in the video description as well, but use the discount code 50OFF. And it'll give you 50% off on Crypto Saving Expert. And then from there, you're joining the Discord. So from once you signed up to Crypto Saving Expert, you go on here, you type in your Discord username. Make sure it's your actual username, not just your screen name. Make sure it's your username. The amount of people that don't know what a Discord username is insane. Use your Discord username, put it on the website, and then you'll get automatically all linked up, and it'll all just go through, and it'll be nice and easy. If you don't know what a Discord username is, you'll find it more difficult. The amount of questions that we get about the Discord username, like, it's crazy. Am I still holding SWISSBORG? Yes. I've put a limit on 4,200 ETH. Okay, that's optimistic. Please check XRPs, please long or wait. Okay, we can have a look at XRP, sure. Right, let's bring up the old XRP chart. XRP. What we'll do first of all is I'll show you what Stonksy is doing on XRP on the short-term time frames versus what it's doing on the long-term time frames. So at the moment, on the long-term time frames here, you can see that Stonksy has been shorting. So you can see that it was longing here while it was making money, made a small long there, made a little bit of money, made a nice short position here, made some nice money, made nice long positions, and then made nice short positions. Like, Stonksy doesn't get it wrong. How many times do I have to tell people who watch my channel, why don't you just use this? Like, your inability to use this tells me a lot about you as a person, because you don't use it. Like, you've got a tool here that literally tells you exactly what it's going to do, and it's right all the time. Speaking to Scooter Man the other day, that I rent scooters off of in Thailand, and Scooter Man, I was like, man, I understand that when I'm telling you I've made something that can tell you what's going to happen, it sounds a bit unbelievable, but understand that we've spent like hundreds of thousands of dollars developing this over a couple of years. And the reason that we spent that money was not to lose it. we did it because we have a lot of money ourselves, and humans. You need a bot to manage it for you. You need a bot to make those decisions, because the decisions that humans don't make the best decisions at. So I wanted something to just calm down and just print money. So we have internet. Tell me we've got internet. Do we have internet? It still says no. Yes, yes. We have internet. We're back. Look how much hair I have now as well. You wonder why you always wear a hat? I don't know. Why do you think I wear a hat? I've got lots of hair. Anyway, we're back. We're back in business with my long hair. Look how long it is now. Look at that. Proper hair. Gonna slick it all back like this. Look at this crazy mad professor hair. Who cares? I'm not your typical pretty boy. Should I start mewing like this? I'm back, yeah. I'm back. When do you take profits on the Ask to Scalp? At 146. I wanted to get to 146. This will get back. It should get back up to $200. This should get back up to $200 this morning. Should Sol. So if Sol's going to get there, Astra will probably do 160. Like I do kind of expect a pretty aggressive bounce back. A new lease of life in the morning. People fresh. So I do think that later on today we'll have a proper aggressive bounce back, and then it's from there. Does the bounce hold? Does it continue? Hopefully the bounce holds. Hopefully it continues. So we'll see. We'll see. I want to see how is this going on 1 second. Yeah, you can come in. It's fine. Well, you might want to. Oh, no, she's gone again. I'm not walking in the background of your stream, you weirdo. Look at this. It's what we're watching for. As soon as it cracks that line, off to the races again. Back up to 117, 118. This is just a leverage drop-off. I don't think there's a whole lot of concern, like real concern in the market yet. It's not. I don't really expect it to continue, to be honest, this sell-off. I think it's pretty much done. But there's always lots of time to be wrong. We're back up now. Yep, there we go. Everyone's back in the chat. Views are on the way back up again. That's good news. But yeah, it rebounds quick, doesn't it? As soon as I come back on a stream. That's not normal. Let me give this page a refresh as well, just because I need to actually see what the chat's saying. There we go. You can see what I'm seeing, you see. So I'm only on one screen. Madness. I'm still ill. So for Solana, really, it's a break of 192. 192 takes us back to 205. It'll come. It'll come. It's just don't over leverage yourself. Be patient and make sure that you can survive a drop down to 160. If you can, your liquidation point set like 130, you'll be absolutely fine. If you was gonna get wicked out, you would have been wicked out already. So I'm just pretty optimistic about it goes back up now. Like, you got to respect like how badly down everything is. It's pretty terrible. I wonder if this is the same Dexy from years ago. I bet it is. This is a mad one. It's properly mad. Why is render having such a bad? Why is everything having such a bad time? Over leverage, people using it. No one. Listen to what I'm telling you when I'm saying, if you trade with leverage and you're using spot altcoins as the collateral for that leverage so that you don't have to sell the altcoin, that means that you've basically got your liquidation for your alt. Basically, it forces, if people are wrong with their leverage trades, which the odds are most people are wrong, if retail is using altcoins as collateral in leverage trades and then those trades go south, it forces the sale of that altcoin. And if it forces the sale of that altcoin and there's no orders in the order book for that altcoin, then the price goes down a lot. So the fact is, if an altcoin has done very badly today, it just means it doesn't have a very thick order book. And that's something for the altcoin companies to address, really. Good time to short now after this little recovery. I'd be a bit careful about shorting here. I wouldn't be that optimistic about it. I'd just be a bit cautious. I wouldn't jump into a long or a short here, if I'm honest. My entries are all right. They're not the best, but they're all right. It's not that no one wants to buy render. It's that no one has any money to buy render, which is why it could be the bull market is ending. If you think about it, the reason why people aren't trading spot is because people don't have spot money. They have derivative money, so they have 10 times less money than what they used to. So they're already over leveraged to fork, probably in a loss, chasing a loss, not being logical about it. That's why the market's suffering. It's through people's pursuit of short-term gains over long-term gains. I lost 40 sol with only 3x leverage. That's quite funny. That just tells you how little leverage you actually needed to lose a lot of money there. Would you open an AVAX long? I think longing anything right now is a good idea if you can afford it. If you've got the money in your account, I'm not doing it because I want to stream, but if you've got the money in your account and you can afford it, I don't think it's a bad idea. To just as in like if you're doing it here, you're looking for a 2-week trade. You're looking to really not use more than 2x leverage. As I always say, keep your leverage low and go for the long-term move. You'll make more money. This market, there's 2 ways to attack it. Super long-term, super short-term. You choose. I'm so tired. This aircon is absolutely freezing. I've made a mistake. It's on like 15 degrees. It's so cold. Is this the start of the bear market? Probably not, no. But maybe. Bear markets don't normally start like this. This is what I would describe as, to be honest, more of a bullish thing than what it looks like. It looks like pretty good news, to be fair. A bunch of leverage getting wiped out of the market is never a bad thing. Makes it a lot easier for prices to move back around. Let me go turn this aircon down. Fuck's sake. Just go, bastard. Imagine if Bitcoin goes back to 75. I mean, I know, but I raised this point the other week and everyone's like, no, it's not possible. It's not possible. It's only when people realize that it is still possible that actually anyone considers this. And the answer is yes, everything will get fucking destroyed. The whole market will get destroyed. Bitcoin back at 70k is the equivalent of Bitcoin being at 30k during the last bull market. Like it'll wipe out everything. All the value from everything will be gone. Solana will be back at $100 again. Everything will be struggling. I feel like the Michael Saylors of the world have really created a giant problem in this industry, in the way that people go about approaching the way that they invest in the industry. And now everyone has opted for debt. It just means that when you have these big drops down, it can make things get a hell of a lot worse. And everyone never expects these big drops down until it happens. And then, like, you should see, like, the fucking slop, the absolute slop from my comment sections for the past 6 weeks. They're going, why aren't you so bullish? Why don't you just long like everyone else? Oh, Benjamin Cowan said that we was all going to get really rich, so therefore, why aren't you as smart as him? And it's like, well, no, these guys are so consistently wrong. And actually, the only person that's been pretty consistent for the past few weeks is me saying, look, I don't think it's a bad time to buy spot, but ultimately I'm not doing anything at the moment and I'm actually selling. And for the past few weeks, all I've been doing is selling. I'm just selling. That's as it'll come. We'll get that drop. Now we've got the drop. Do you have the money? That's the question. Or did you not listen? And if you didn't listen, why? Just want to also point out, guys, I'm still ill. That's why I've not made a video all week. I've been ill. Would I long XRP right now? No. Would I long Sol right now? Yeah, I'm longing Sol. You know, I might actually need the toilet again. These beans and coffee, it's done me in. Ready for bed. No night. Oh, tired. It's been a long morning. I've been up since 4 o'clock. And it's now 10 o'clock. I've been streaming for nearly 4 hours this morning. Probably about time I went and jumped in the pool, to be honest. Yeah. I don't want to wrap up this stream, though, before... If we're going to either dump or pump, I want to vlog it. But you can't vlog everything. Yeah, fuck it. I think it's time to wrap it up now, guys. Here's my thoughts. We've not had that crazy pump back apart from the initial one. So I'm going to go and lick my wounds. Not that I have that many, to be fair. I'm going to go lick my wounds and go back to sleep for an hour because I'm knackered. And then I might be back this evening with a video or not. Probably not. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, I'm off. Have a nice day, everybody. I've been live for 3.5 hours this morning, so I'm done. Tell us some ways to relax our mind after this stressful day. No. Go do some crack. Have a nice day, everybody. See you in a bit.